Let's go into the playback management tool. Now you're going to want your pop-up blocker unchecked for this tool because it's going to jump you out into another browser window. So I'm going to select the management tool, and you'll see that I go into a small administration space for yourself. So this is really only the videos either which I've created or I've been a part of within that particular module. So the first thing you'll notice, I think, is really your titles, your module code, and potentially the status as well. So we can see that you'll have scheduled, okay? Now those recordings are still to be made, of course. You'll have finished, which means the video is completely finished and it's ready to roll. And you may have in process or processing, okay? So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a little look at how to review and trim your video. So I've got a video which was the last test which I created, and we can see the status is finished. We can see it was created in DH021, and it's got a title of DH021 Test 12. And the series which it's in is my sandbox. That would be your module code. And right along at the end, we have options to be able to access your video to review. So let's do that. You see the little view icon or the eye icon? We want to select that eye icon. Now that takes us into your review and edit space. So first of all, we just see your video. We can play that back and we can review that video. We can also see the length and time duration of the video down to the left hand side. So this video is approximately a minute long. So let's go into the editor or trimming tool, for want of a better word. Select editor. Now what you'll see here is your video again, which you can play through fast forward if you wish. If you scroll down, you'll see this blue bar. Now that's your timeline, and what we see within the blue bar, we see a bumpy line. Now that's the audio track. So what we want to do with this video, we want to slice it up and edit the video or trim the video. So I'm going to trim each of the ends and maybe take a little bit out of the middle. So I'm going to just drag this red line along. Now this red line is called the playhead. So I just want to move this red line, maybe check that it's the space where I want to slice my video or edit my video or trim my video. So my playhead's in place, I simply go split. Now we see your timeline down here, your blue bar, it's got two parts to it. Okay, so that's ready to trim. So maybe I want to trim the end of the video off. So I'll move my playhead along, maybe check to see if I'm in the right place, hit split, and I've got now three parts to my timeline here. So maybe I also want to take a little bit out of the middle. Maybe I don't like that big quiet section, so I'm going to split. Just go through the same process again, maybe check them at the start, maybe roll it back a wee bit. You can just see when the sound begins. I'm going to hit split. So now my timeline is divided up into 5 parts. Okay, so the parts I want to delete, the beginning part, so select the beginning slice, turn to dark blue, hit cut, and you see it turn red. Also I want to omit the end of the video, so I'll go along to my end slice, select, and hit cut. That'll turn red. And also I've got this big quiet chunk in the middle. Ooh, just takes a little bit. There we go. So I've selected it. I'm going to now cut, and it's turned red. So this timeline, or out of this timeline, the only sections we'll be publishing to the KLE or to your playback video stream is the light blue sections, 1 and 2. The red sections will be omitted from the published video. Also, it's interesting to notice right down the right hand corner here, you'll see the duration of the video, which is around about a minute. That's 57 seconds, 58 seconds there. Okay. So what we want to do now is we want to publish the video from this point. If you go down to the right of your screen here, you'll see a save button. If we hit that save button within the state it's in at the moment, i.e. no workflow, we'll simply save the video within this state with its slices picked, etc. And you'll be able to come back to that video and the video won't be published. If I decide to publish, I'll directly publish this video to my playback stream. And that playback stream will be in the KLE Blackboard. And the only parts I'll be publishing will be the light blue parts. The red parts won't be published. So let's hit process and save. We'll get a little warning just telling us that the video is being processed. If we go take a little look at it, we can see that the status of the video is running. That just means the video is processing. And eventually, within the published column, we'll see the word yes. As soon as we see the word yes, we can understand that that video, or the sections that we've chosen from the video, has been published to your module playback KLE stream. So that's just going to take a little while. Now we see that the status of the published video is finished. We can say that the status is yes here. So we can now go back to Blackboard or the KLE and take a little look at that video in real time in which the students would see it. So we're back in the KLE and I've already added my playback video stream. I'm going to select my video stream here. I've got my playback tool. I'm going to select that playback tool and we'll see I've got two videos within my stream here. The video which we just took a look at and published and trimmed, it's DHO21 test 12. So let's take a little look at that video. So the view that we get is the video itself. We can simply hit play. Then we can play that video through with audio. If we scroll down, what we'll see is the metadata for the video, which is under the description tag, shortcuts, which you might want to take a little look at, and also slide text. Now within slide text, let's refresh my page here simply because this is a freshly published video, so it might not have fully published yet. I just want to have a little look at what comes under the slide text. So we'll see here under the slide text you'll see a navigation system for the video itself. So every time the content changes within the screen of the video, you'll have a slide which relates to that content change, and you or the student will be able to navigate through the video via those slides. It's basically a picture of the screen for each change of content. So that's your video. You'll also notice that when we trim the video, we trim quite a bit out of the video. Now, the original video was around 1 minute in length, and we see that the trim video is now 29 seconds in length. So we have proof here that the video was trimmed, edited. So let's go back to the playback management space. And let's take a little look at our video here. So we've trimmed the video once. Okay. If we decide that we want to trim it again, we can also do that. So let's go to that video trimming tool again, or the review space. And we see exactly the same space. We can review or we can trim and edit. Now what we'll see here is the entirety of your video recording. If you look down to the right hand side here, you'll see that the video is just about 1 minute long. Yet, let's flip back to Blackboard, we see that the published version is 29 seconds long. So what we are doing really is publishing only the parts of the video that we choose to. Okay, so if you want to go through that same process again, if you want to publish the entire video, if you want to publish less of this video or more of the video, just go through the same process and simply hit publish, save and process. And if we go back, we see exactly that same process is ongoing. But this time I chose to process the entire video. So the flexibility is there to publish, to republish and trim as you please. Now that'll just take a little while. Okay, I think that's just about it for the publishing. We'll take a little look at retraction next, okay, if you want to retract your video from publication.